I still listening to that on the Discord? Yeah, I still got the groovy. I'm eating smoked cheese. Dude, I can't read. Yeah, alright. I don't think anyone showed up yet. Yeah, cool. Okay, Dave. Dave. This wizard story seems really involved and kind of confusing. You'll have to save your place and dig into it later. And then maybe ask Rose what the hell is the deal with it. What the hell the deal with it is. Dave, go get a bookmark. Bookmark time. Yeah, that'll work. You return to your room in search of a bookmark. Oh, hey, finally a use for that pointless juice-stained beta that will never serve any purpose, past or future. What's up, Riri? What's good? What is that emote? Rev Dave? Oh gosh, I didn't see the mouth until I like hovered over it. That's pretty great. Yeah. You drop it on the John in case you're looking for some reading material later. He says that like he's gonna use that toilet in the middle of his room. Dave, you do realize that's a really bad idea, right? He's gonna do some light reading on the toilet. That's just a terrible idea, Dave. Dave, just check on Rose for now. Let's see what's up. Oh. Dave, pester her. I guess some magic. She's burning her books. Oh yes, all the meows. Whoa, why are you burning your wizard fanfiction? I'm not. This book contains a genetic code. Oh, okay. Then why are you burning that? The gods from the furthest ring asked me to. Is that some dumb wizard thing you just made up, or something to do with tentacle monsters? I can't keep track of what you like anymore. How did you know I wrote a story about wizards anyway? John told me. He was all snooping around your room while you were asleep, and I was like, no man, don't. So not cool. Then he was like, haha, dude, check out, this book is full of wizard slash. And I was like, I don't even want to know. This is such a crazy violation of privacy. This story sounds suspicious. Do you want me to chew him out about it? Like, I will, because that was so outrageous, I don't know where he got off being like that. No, I don't actually mind. Too bad I missed him, though. I thought you hated wizards. What's the deal with that? I like wizards. What I don't like is my mother's obsession with feigning interest in them to antagonize me. Oh man, that's so messed up that you think that. She probably digs wizards for real, just like you, and you're blowing shit way out of proportion, like pretty much always. You and she could probably have been chatting up about how awesome wizards were this whole time, but no. You were probably burning your nutjob meow book to spite her too, aren't you? No, I told you. It's one of the gene sequences locked in my subconscious. The gods say it's critical to destroy it. Oh yeah, I thought that was a joke. When did they say that? When I was asleep. You mean when we were dancing and stuff in our dreams? Yes, when I flew to your tower I heard them. They're far above in the night sky. I've never seen or heard these things in my dreams. Aren't you often distracted by music and puppets? Yeah. Have you ever looked into the sky without your shades? No, what a ridiculous question. Next, maybe you should try it sometime. You're the Prince of the Moon. I'm sure they've been meaning to seek a royal audience. What do all these dots mean? Dunno. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll do that. Get some sky monsters to boss. Getting some sky monsters to boss me around sounds pretty dope. Dave Sprite, also pester. Dave Sprite time. So, really, why are you burning that? I just explained this to other Dave. Do I have to explain everything to you twice now? No, I know. I'm using Dave's spare computer. I saw the whole conversation through his PesterChip account. Oh, I see. So instead of having to double explain, I merely have to put up with being double spied upon. What a relief. I just mean, you didn't burn that book in the future. That book was completely pointless. I know, but now it's not. You appeared to make it relevant by traveling to the past. So, does that mean the sleeping thing worked? You remember the future? I remember some things. Okay, cool. So, why is the cat code so terrible now? I don't know. But the gods were pretty emphatic about it. Well, okay. I guess it's done, but why are you so sure they're right? Have you ever known them to be wrong? I guess not, but they sort of freak me out. I mean, listening to gross space mutants all day isn't my idea of an awesome time. Especially the ones that sing. Oh god. Is that why you always kept the music turned up? No, I flip out to ill jams because they kick ass, obviously. I guess we'll chalk another riddle up in the solved column. Yeah, case fucking closed. Are you talking to future me? Yes. Okay, I'm out of the loop again. Between you taking orders from Dream Beasts and Bird Wing me with, like, future secrets, I'm doing some kind of spectacular fucking jackknife off the loop and getting a wink and a nod from Barack Obama. Obama. I'm coming upstairs. Okay. Oh, is that an imp or an agent? Is that Diamond's Droog? That's Diamond's Droog. Alright, Dave. Chill out with Dave Sprite. So, it was pretty funny how I made a copy of Rose's evil book right before she burned it, and now she doesn't know about it. I know it's crazy what kind of foresight this guy has. I'm telling you, coincidences like that are unreal. They don't even happen. Most of the time. The best thing about how I did that is how it in no way will ever come back to bite us in the ass ever. Dude, our shit is safe. So safe. Gonna sleep pretty sound tonight. With that big fucking payload of safety you just got dropped on us. Gonna be all hugging my pillow and shit, grinning like a goddamn bear full of honey. Safer than some Flintstones vitamins in a bottle. Keep twisting, Junior, all you get is clicks. Asshole thinks it's candy. Doesn't even know he just stepped on a security rake and got a face full of fucking safety. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll go back down and burn that book. Alright. Ah, shit. It's gone. It's disappeared. Ah, not safe. Not safety. Panic. That is not stonks. Dave, go back in time and stop the thief. Looks like you already tried that shit. Uh-oh. Oh, whoever took those books was a pretty cold-blooded dude. You figure you'll cool it on the time travel for a while. Don't want to see the Dave corpses start piling up. Especially if one of them winds up being you. Dave, throw yourself out the window. Yeet. You ditch the body before Jade sees it. It would probably freak her out. John, press A button on the control panel. Ew. Or press A button. Whoops. That wasn't capital A. I'm just dumb. Sorry. I'm bad at stuff. Alright. You push one of the nearby buttons. It activates... John, press the B button. Press B button. You push one of the nearby buttons. It activates the upper right monitor. The view is locked on to a particular location on Earth at a particular date and time. Whoever was in the lab appears to have recently calibrated this device. John, examine the monitor. Let's take a look. 1995? December 1st? John, up, down, left, right, A, B, C. Unfortunately, you've made some mistakes. I'm pretty sure it's A, B, select start. Isn't it? Or am I just dumb? Whatever. Which one of them is born December 1st? Is it Rose? I forget who's more... Whatever. The monitor displays a town on the west coast of the United States. It appears to be your old neighborhood, but there's a factory there you do not recognize. The date is December 1st, 1995, a few months before you were born. John, let's zoom on in. Zoom and enhance. The big old Betty Crocker. I was wrong. But the wrong part wasn't doubling, it's B. Oh, it's BA? Really? Wow. I have never had to use the Konami code for anything, so I don't know. Let's... Who dis? Oh. Oh. That appears to be Dad Egbert and Nana. Are we locked onto... We're locked onto Nana. An old woman is escorted by her son on a lovely day. A target has been locked over the gentleman's mother. A meteor overhead looms unnoticed. Yeah, probably. Oh, shoot. Croc. They witness the destruction of the facility. Collateral damage to a corporation owned by a renowned billionaire explorer. John, press the blue button. Wait, a mystery begins. Just schmack that bit. That button's huge. It's like 13-year-old hand-sized. Hey, Maple chilling. Oh shoot, we got slime. You create a paradox ghost imprint of the woman you recognize to be your grandmother. Slurp. The ghost sludge is sucked into a glass tube. John, switch 4. So these are the monitors, and that's the, like, suck button. December 3rd, 1995. You switch to a monitor displaying a view of a remote island in the Pacific on December 3rd, 1995. John, zoom on in. We got a boat. There's a man on this boat, and he's got Jade. And Jade has the bunny. A renowned billionaire explorer approaches on his yacht. An old factory lost 2 days prior, but a new shipmate gained. Together, they settle the island and plunder its secrets. Do you look at the hair? That dumb. Oh, I can't wait to actually meet Jake. It's so many pages away, isn't it? Oh. A meteor overhead streaks unnoticed, headed toward an unseasonably warm city in the central United States. Well, John, press that blue button. Got this man's. You create a paradox ghost imprint of the man you spotted in the woods with your book. The ghost sludge is also collected. John, switch number 3. You switch to a view of an unseasonably warm city in the central United States on December 4th, 1995. Let's zoom on in on this. That's a meteor. This is a big meteor. Oh, and there's a super cool dude. Look at this man's. An outrageously awesome dude stands before a crater where his favorite record shop stood 1 day prior. He is prepared for the occasion with a small pair of outrageously awesome shades. A meteor overhead races unnoticed, headed to a lake near a laboratory on the east coast of the United States. No aquatic life would survive. Let's press the blue button again. We got the dude. You create a paradox ghost imprint of the outrageously awesome dude. The sludge is allocated to another pair of tubes. Alright, John, switch numero dos. Ooh, there's a hole. You switch again to a view of your neighborhood on April 13th, 1996. It is the day of your birth. There's more real estate you do not recognize near the recently devastated baked goods facility. It is a shopping mall you have never seen before. John, let's zoom on in on that shopping mall. What's up with this? Oh, a lady with her Bab. And this man, the Prankster's Gambit. So, the Prankster's Gambit belonged to Nana. And then it was destroyed. So John's dad has, like, Dad Egbert has some serious reason to very much dislike funny stuff, like jokes and japery. Like, his mom died in that building. locked onto Mom. A professional lady and new mother has traveled from the opposite coast at the behest of a famous and wealthy scientist to study one of numerous recent celestial anomalies while he is on expedition. She notices a meteor overhead, on collision course with a quaint family joke shop. A distinguished gentleman notices the lady and comes outside to greet her. But she presumably also loved... Yet Nana loved humor. And, like, owned the joke shop. This is a family shop. Like, Dad Egbert was raised to enjoy practical japery and the prankster's gambit. Yeah, a distinguished gentleman notices the lady and comes outside to greet her, oblivious to the threat above. The gentleman's mother remains inside, busying herself with a tall bookshelf, a ladder, and a rather hefty, unabridged joke book. Oh no. Oh, Sassacre. An old mother lost today, but a new son gained. And, oh gosh. Dad Egbert's nose. Just... The gentleman discovers a clue. A powerful nose detects perfume. The lady has fled. The mystery deepens. But the monitor has not lost track of the lady. John, let's press the blue button. Okay, there's Rose with the, once defiled bunny. And Jade has the twice defiled. Yeah, so we've got Mom, Mom and Bro, and then over here we've got Nana and Pop Pop. You create a paradox ghost imprint of the professional lady. The sludge fills the final tube. Once all the tubes are filled, an automated sequence begins to execute. 4 young paradox clones are created. There's one more button to push. Ectobiology sure does involve a lot of button pushing. At least it does when you're a junior ectobiologist. Your loyal assistant, Dr. Meowgan, is all over this one. Time to remix. It's the remix to Ignition. So Nana and Pop Pop, Bro and Mom. One pair of tubes empties the sludge into the chamber below. The other pair does as well. A new sequence is activated. Yeah, look at all these babies. Babies. Scale the echelon, John. Ectobiolo babysitter. Very nice, very nice. You storm up your echelon to gain the coveted, if difficult to pronounce wrong, Ectobiolo babysitter. Your ladder is absolutely hemorrhaging the boon dollars. Just what your pork hollow's fat ass needs. The baby is them. Oh gosh. Having a baby and the baby is you. Gosh, the old Homestuck stuff is just, it just absolutely, whoa. You surpass 1 million boon dollars and trade them all in for a single whopping boon buck. This is of course going directly into the college fund for these youngsters. Birthed his best friends, it's true. He's the mom. Sure is heavy. Into the hollow it goes. Oh, the poor hollow in the shadow. Oh my. Oh no! Poor hollow. Big F's in chat for the poor hollow. Navigating the vale nearby. An old man has much to do before he returns to Earth, dies, gets stuffed by his adopted yet biological daughter/granddaughter, and stuck in front of a fireplace. Taking priority at the moment is shipping 2 passengers long overdue for a reunion. Valhalla. Yeah. Rip Pork Hollow. All my homies miss Pork Hollow. I should probably turn this backwards. Shipping. Yes. Shipping 2 passengers long overdue for a reunion. Dude, look at the fucking mustache face on all his shit. Oh man. So he just has a space battleship, or did he steal this? Where did Pop Pop get the space battleship? It's branded. Does he just have this? Did he? Yeah, those exhaust pipes. Like, they definitely look like his big blunderbusses. Like, this is clearly a custom, like, Pop Pop Crocker boat or whatever. No, he's not. It's just Pop Pop. This boat bothers me. I feel like it's a plot hole. Like, how did he get this boat into the Inciposphere? Pop Pop is someone else. Is that not Pop Pop? I feel like it suggests he's been here for a while. Right, so Jade's granddad. What does she call him? Grandpa Harley? Like, Grandpa Harley. Yeah, Grandpa. Because Pop Pop is what Jane calls old John in the alpha timeline, right? Because we're currently in the Esper beta. Dude, I'm confused. Yeah, it's not Pop Pop, that's Granddad. Oh, the wallet fetch modus. He's still got the scarf. Although I wouldn't call it the opposite. Yeah. That's true. I don't know. The alpha kids on the other Earth. Just, yeah. Dude, wallet modus. How does it work? It just works. It's like, we don't deal with bullshit. It's very serverless. B2. That's, yeah. We just flip the cassettes, the other side. She gets the scarf back. Very nice. We going someplace. CG, Troll John. Time to shout. Oh gosh, the cherry. I feel like the cherry medicine taste helps me get into the Carcat mood. See, this is a case in point. What point? The point I was just making about the ultimate riddle, you blithering, feculent shithole. Okay, that's your cue to laugh at me some more, I guess. Because you seem to really get off whenever I flame you. Humans are deranged. Oh man, I must be getting closer to the conversations where you're trolling me harder. This is pretty exciting. I can't wait to see what you've got up your sleeve. You see what I mean? Fuck you about that. Anyway, you weren't making a point about the ultimate riddle, dude. Yes, I was. And now I'm losing my train of thought, dipshit. Nope. We never talked about it. Yet. Oh, hell. That is right. Damn it. I guess this is going to be confusing. Oh, you're just starting to figure that out now? See, I kind of painted myself into a corner. I started trolling you at the end, just before the rift, and then jumped back a little. And now I guess I've become railroaded into working backwards here. Unless I want to do some sort of dumb, schizophrenic hopping around like the others. Oh my god, I know. You've already told me like 1,000,000 times. I have? Wow, I can't wait for all of these amazing conversations to take place. It's going to be like that human vacation with the giant red chimney asshole up in the ear. You know, the one where a bunch of moany nooksuckers sing at the little pine tree, I think? Man, I've got to say, I'm a little disappointed by this masterful trolling you were bragging about. I was bragging? Why would I bother with that sort of pedantic human horse shit? Maybe you should consider that I was bragging to get your hopes up in the future, only to let you down. And let's troll you masterfully in that respect. Maybe, but that would be pretty weak, too. Your brittle, human, calcium-based skull is what is weak. And if you and I were in the same proximity of a blunt instrument, I wouldn't have much trouble proving it. Whatever. So, what was the case in point you were making anyway? I was scrolling back and noticed you were in the Veil. Whoa, I am? Yeah, dum-dum. You're tumbling around on a big goddamn meteor. And you just created younger versions of yourselves and your guardians. Probably by mucking around with that thing like a doofus. Wait, these are baby versions of us? So clueless. What do you think you were doing here anyway? Well, I saw footage of my Nana and some other people who I am pretty sure were like Jade's grandpa and Rose's mom and stuff from a long time ago. And then there were all these little guys scurrying around. So are they like cloned copies of us? No! They are literally you and your guardians. Paradox clones. Uh-huh. What do you mean they're literally us? Did they go back in time? Yeah, obviously. Great guess, brain hero. But technically, they aren't even sent back in time, because with respect to the medium, your universe's timeline is meaningless. Seriously, why would it give a crap about Earth's past or future or whatever? From its perspective, it's just a bunch of points to choose from. Just like your chronology is from our perspective. But I guess that's a bunch of semantics with respect to your personal chronology. Yeah, they go back in time. A paradox clone is by definition a correctly cloned duplicate that will inevitably go back in time and become the original target that was cloned. If it's a malformed clone, it's just a meaningless mutant that has no bearing on the stable loop continuum. I don't see any tentacles or extra eyeballs or warped bone bulges, so those gross little things there are all you guys, waiting to go back to Earth and grow up and become the insipid bunch of grub-fisted douchebags you all are now. And this was the point I was trying to make about the ultimate riddle. What is the ultimate riddle anyway? Maybe I can guess. I am good at riddles. Ha 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 ha! Think again, ignoramus. It's not even that great, or even much of a riddle at all. In the course of your adventure, you would have encountered all these fragments of, like, weird little poems and shit. The term paradox clone being grossly misused. Yeah. Weird poems and shit. You find them along your quests, with clues and stuff buried in them to help you solve puzzles and move huge stone columns and make staircases appear, and lots of nonsense like that. And it's all masked in this flowery, sort of frothy, poetic jackassery that no one really cares about. And I sure as hell don't care about spoiling it for you, but that all these lofty symbolic illusions boil down to is that some grander statement about what you see happening here, that you were always the key to seeding your own existence throughout this game. And any hope that it could have played out differently, or that you could have avoided this whole mess, was always just a ruse. A distraction, perhaps? What? Never mind. Because if it didn't go down this way, then how were you even born? Get it? Which is especially pathetic since Paradox Space apparently went to all this trouble to make you, just to have you fail and die. Really, there's nothing more tragic than these null sessions, full of kids entering the game and fulfilling some cosmic destiny shit, just to get wiped out and leave behind an empty, pointless insipid sphere for all eternity. Actually, it's sort of hilarious. Or it would be, if it didn't affect me personally. But anyway, there's a lot more to the riddle than just that. Like what we were just talking about last time we talked. But that's sort of the gist of the themes it deals with. Okay, well, if I run into some salamanders who tell me all about this riddle and they get excited about it, I'll try to act surprised. So, this is the same kind of thing you went through? With, like, being your own paradox clones and creating your own parents and stuff? Yeah! How did that work with 12 of you? It was really fucking complicated, and I'm not going to get into it. Our family structures are already way more complicated than yours without getting spooky time slime involved. Basically, we have nothing in common whatsoever. Except maybe this. I was the guy in your position to make all these clones, and frankly, it all kind of freaked me the hell out. Huh. Yeah, I guess now that you mention it, I am finding it all a little strange. Oh, only just now? Fuck are you fast. I hope you got the mad boonbucks to pay off those speeding tickets. No, I mean, the ghost stuff and paradoxes are one thing, of course. It's something else. It's just, this is really weird. What's so weird about it? Well, normally humans hatch from these slimy pods. Then we wriggle out as a little pink larva. Oh, really? Huh. Maybe we have more in common than I thought. Maybe those really are mutant clones, and they aren't going back to seed your planet? Sure. Hell, I'm confused now. Not that I give a shit about you and your pointless, awful lives. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you get back to me in a few minutes? I mean, like a few minutes of my time, not yours. All of these little pink monkeys are getting way out of line, and I have to tend to them. If you message me in a couple minutes, we can continue conversing in the same linear fashion for a change. Okay? And then after that, you can keep going backwards and then make fun of me, riding my little red rocket. You can tell me I look like a silly little paradox clone, fresh out of my slime tube, and this is all just a big nursery time recess jamboree. That would burn me up good. Okay, that is pretty good. But I can't use it because you said it. And then later, i.e. right now, you would get the satisfaction of knowing you were the one to come up with that burn. See, you're dealing with a pro. You can't out-troll me, so just forget about it and stop trying. John, tend to the little pink monkeys. Yeah, the gross misuse of paradox. It's not just another version that's, pretty far along. That's a timeline. That's an alternate timeline duplicate. A paradox clone is literally them. It was meant to be, time shenaniganed in to be them. They're scrambling all over. They're scrambling all over the place. Oh, man. Should I do narrator or Jonathan? They're scrambling all over the place. They appear to be preoccupied by some of the objects littered about the lab. At least it is keeping them busy. Oh no. Oh no. So Dream Cal is from the past, and Dirk just, grabbed it, and it's gonna go back in time with Dirk and become real Cal. So there's one Cal, but it goes all over the place. Alright, John, get trolled by CG again. Dave and Maplehoof. Hell yeah. How did Dave get up onto a horse? How did that infant climb onto this horse? What the hell? Did the horse? Did Maplehoof assist Dave? Or did he, maybe he grabbed the ribbon? I don't know. And this baby has guns, and it's just a bad idea. This is just not a good idea. John, get trolled by CG again. Okay, it's a few minutes later. Look how sane and linear we are being. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Now fuck you and goodbye. Wait. What? I was just looking at all these rascals and I was wondering, how do they go back in time and become us and stuff? Does it have something to do with the reckoning? How do you know about that? You told me. We had this great dare going to see who could be the least helpful and informative. And you totally lost, dude. You were hella helpful. I was obviously just spiting your stupid, pointless human dare. What is a dare anyway? It's nothing. Someone says do something, and then, oh, laugh, laugh, you lose if you don't do it. That isn't even anything that deserves a word. We don't even have a word for dare in our language. The closest approximation would be worthless fucking bullshit waste of time for silly little children. Oh, wow. Is that the title of a movie too? Yes, it's the title of every dumb movie you ever liked. That isn't even true and doesn't make sense. Anyway, how could we have made a dare if I'm moving backwards on your timeline? You would dare me to do something, then I would do it next time, but then you wouldn't even remember the dare because we didn't make it yet. That's what isn't true and doesn't make sense, you damp bag of puke. Yeah, well, yeah, the dare never happened. I was joking around and made that up to give you a hard time. You have sounding stupid down to such a science. Where is your lab coat and test tubes, Dr. Brain Professor? I am wearing a lab coat. Sort of. You look like an elf. That's bullshit. You look like you should be blowing into a funny little shell and limbering up for a silly cookie dance. Do you even have elves? Yes, let's compare which fantasy creatures that don't exist we both do or do not have. What a great fucking idea, John! What? You asked about the reckoning, so why don't we talk about that instead of all these pretty much terrible things? Okay. Yeah, so when the reckoning starts happening, all these paradox clones get shipped off to meteors, flung through sky and defense portals, and sent back to Earth. End of story, I guess. Bye. Wait. So that means we are all sort of like Superman? Yeah, I guess. Cool. You all trace the mythological footsteps of your beloved human Superman, who's really just a muscular Caucasian alien. It's hilarious how humans worship him as a pinnacle of human heroism and virtue, yet he isn't even human. Actually, it's incredibly pathetic, but also in a way kind of admirable, because it means deep down you all must realize who your daddy is. We are, bitches. Yeah, Superman's pretty cool, I guess. Did you know Nicolas Cage was almost going to play Superman one time? Oh my throbbing phlegm lobe. Who gives a barfing fuck about that? John Egbert, you have assassinated my patience. Adios, loser. Wait. Get back to me in a couple minutes, okay? Fine. Facepalm time Sugamba. Oh, goodness. Okay. Wait. I can't. I don't know. I don't like my John. He's not whiny enough. Yeah. Dude, Carcat pages just shred my throat. Alright, FaceTime. AR? Shred. You are ripping up so many hellacious shreds, this fierce shitty biz nasty is going so deliriously rude brazen it. Okay, you lost the handle on that sentence. Oh my god. Is that what you think it is? This thing is so completely illegal. How could this atrocity be floating out here unnoticed all this time? You are going to throw whoever is responsible into the slammer. You always call jail the slammer when you are extra angry at crimes. He is the law, and he shreds. Yes. I gotta do my gnarly cop voice. AR, go in. Oh gosh, look at all these reptiles and amphibians and things. There is a large elevator platform ahead. AR, go down. Oh. Below, there is a dark, cavernous room. Near the platform is a time capsule. It has deployed a seed and waits for something to be deposited, and for the clock to be set. It is all harmless enough. Still no sign of the perpetrators. AR, search the premises. Deeper into the darkness of the room, there is some complicated lab equipment. Again, nothing particularly unusual for this jurisdiction. Well, let's examine that equipment. AR, examine equipment. Wait, that's Jane. Are we looking into the other timeline, or is this just the past? This is Nana. This is Nana, not Jane. This is A Jane? I don't know. Yeah, 1910. This is the past. There is a large monitor. Displayed on it is a small human girl in a fancy house. The date is April 21st, 1910. B1. Okay, yeah. The A universes are Alternia and Before Us? Or, dude, I don't know. I don't remember the specific nomenclature there. Yeah. The date is April 21st, 1910. 8 days prior, the orphan girl was taken in by an aristocratic Southern colonel and legendary humorist. He recovered the young lady from a crater where a bakery once stood, operated by the man's wife, a notable baked goods baroness. So Colonel Sassacre and Betty Crocker, husband and wife. Got it. There is an explosion in the colonel's backyard. Land sakes alive, we are cooking. Wait, should I do colonel? I'm going to do a colonel voice. Hold up. 8 days prior, the orphan girl was taken in by an aristocratic Southern colonel and legendary humorist. He recovered the young lady from a crater where a bakery once stood, operated by the man's wife, a notable baked goods baroness. Mark Twain voice. I don't... What is a Mark Twain voice? There's an explosion in the colonel's backyard. Land sakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. Ooh, probably this. All right. Well, this works for me. The colonel and his new granddaughter investigate. The impact site is where a doghouse stood moments ago. It was the magnificent abode of the man's beloved pet, Hallie. He takes a belt from the old julep flask. He'd sooner perish himself than lose that dear animal. People would think reports of the man's death were greatly exaggerated, but they weren't. Huh. This is exactly why babies should not be allowed to dual-wield flintlock pistols. An old colonel lost, but a new brother gained. So Nana and Grandpa are brother and sister. Haha, there's Hallie. The youngsters adore their new guardian. Good dog, best friend. The young boy has difficulty pronouncing the name, though. Sounds more like Harley when he says it. AR, fast forward. Jane and Cheek. I think I'm going to keep doing the voice. 13 years later, the boy develops a taste for adventure. He and his guardian bid farewell. His sister is sad. She will be left all alone with the wicked pastry baroness. She can handle it. He tells her. He believes in her. Wait, I thought his wife died. I thought the baroness died. Wait a sec. Did I miss something? I don't know why I'm scrolling, but now I'm kind of stuck doing it. 8 days prior, the orphan girl was taken to recover the young lady from her, where a bakery operated by the man's. Okay, so she wasn't in the bakery at the time. Got it. Okay, yeah. This is... Yeah. This all seems pointless to you and immaterial to the crime that has been committed. Though you do find it odd that the purifier target has been fixed over that especially stupid-looking animal. You hear the elevator platform. Someone is coming. Oh, it's Droog. It's Diamonds Droog. It is a high-ranking agent from your kingdom. Could he be the man behind this crime? Could his intent be mutinous? You know the agent to be far too dangerous to take into custody. You hide behind some equipment and observe. He appears to be holding some notebooks. Also, what appears to be a pair of juice-stained envelopes. The boys bake. Yeah, the baked goods factory gets hit by another meteor. So, okay, so the Nana destroyed the baked goods store back in 1910. And then later on, Jane destroys the factory. And so Betty Crocker rebuilt it while raising Nana and Grandpa. Grandpa Harley and Nana Egbert. It's like 13 years is a while. I'm assuming that's, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Or juice stain, no, but could have been built in the same spot. Yeah. Or maybe that lake, because we see the lake that's like just slightly southwest of the factory. That could have been the original impact site or something. I don't know. All right. It would be very Homestuck for them to be this. It would, in fact, be very Homestuck. Only one of the books is useful to him. The envelopes are useless, and he couldn't make it through more than a paragraph of the other book. Some weird thing about wizards. He discards them. The spare notebook lands on the floor. The envelopes land in the seed. The time capsule stores the seed, and on account of some default setting, it is programmed to bloom several 100 million years from now. Damn, that is a lot of years. The capsule then readies a new seed. Dang. The agent approaches another device near the large monitor. Oh man, we're jumping to John. John, get trolled by CG, insane and linear manner. Okay, I got back to you. Are you happy? Sure, I guess. You don't even know it yet, but you're about to start passing out bunnies like they're cheap cigars. And it's going to be an embarrassing display. What are you talking about? Yeah, exactly, numbskull. Let's just have our chat, then it can naturally occur to you to be an idiot in the due course of time. Okay. I was sort of mulling it over while looking at all these babies with guns and sitting on ponies and things, and how the reckoning takes them back, and how you said our reckoning starts sooner. Yeah. Are you sure it has to start soon? Can't we delay it? Ha 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 ha! It starts in a few minutes, stupid. See that countdown clock over there? You weren't delaying anything. Oh, dang. I guess I better get off this meteor then. Well, I mean, it doesn't happen all at once. First some smaller meteors go, then bigger ones, spread out over like 24 hours or so. It's supposed to be like go time when it starts. Like it's time to hurry up and stop fucking around and kill the boss. Get it? The rock you're on doesn't blast off right away. Too bad, because it would have spared you from making a fool of yourself in a couple minutes. And more importantly, spared me from having to watch. Okay, well, you keep saying how doomed we are and how all this bad stuff happens sooner, but you never say why. What happens in our game that's different from yours that makes things go so badly? Jack Noir. Who's Jack Noir? An agent of Durst who flipped out and rose to power. He killed your Black Queen and King, and now he's in charge. So you didn't have him in your game? No, we did, but he was harmless. Actually, he was an ally, sort of. He settled a grudge against the Queen by helping us dethrone and exile her. And then he wound up exiling himself and sort of kept helping us through a command terminal on our old planet. He's kind of a huge asshole, though. But because he took the Queen out of the picture, when we got to Skyo, we only had one monarch to deal with instead of two. Of course, it was a nasty, giant, 12 times prototyped Black King that took forever to kill, just barely in time before the biggest meteors came, but still. I see. So after he got exiled and all that, he came here into our game and caused all this trouble? No! God! Egbert, you are thicker than that hideous joke book you waddle around with. Try to think more abstractly. Think about video games. What's an Earth game you liked to play? Name one. Crash Bandicoot? Okay, I don't know what that is, but I have a feeling it's a really lame example. But that's fine. It's not the point. So let's say you play your Bandicoot and I play my Bandicoot. They're essentially the same Bandicoot, same appearance, design, and behaviors, but they are still completely separate Bandicoots on separate screens. So we both have our own ass Bandicoots to ourselves, the same but different. Our Jacks are the same but different too. Same guy, different circumstances and outcomes. Our Jack trumped the Queen, but got no further. Your Jack got the best of both of them and is now something higher than a Queen or a King. Like an ace? Sure, okay. Okay, I think I get it. But how did he do that? What was different about what we did versus what you did? Frankly, I have no idea what the original thing that tipped the scale was. It is under investigation. But it doesn't really matter. The worst is yet to come. For you. Oh no. What is the worst thing? Already told you. Damn it. Oh hey. Sorry, hold on. This little lady is bugging me about something. Yeah, you might as well get it over with and give her the lousy rabbit already. Oh. Oh man, I just had the best idea. This is so perfect. A blonde mother and daughter together? This is totally perfect. Perfect for what? Flexing your formidable mental handicap like a fucking heavyweight for the next several minutes? Oh wait, let me check. The answer is yes. It is like that scene in Con Air. I'll give her the bunny like I'm Nick Cage, fresh out of the slammer. Fuck. I just wish I had a filthy wife beater on. Oh well. Oh, we got a sound page. I should pause that music. I should pause the background music. Discord, where are you? I gotta deafen myself for a sec. We got a sound page. John, reunite with your loving wife and daughter. How do I live? Bunny back in the box. Do I live through one night without you? And a show without you? What kind of life would that be? Would I need you in my arms, need you to hold? My Lord, my heart, my soul. Does he just yeet Roxy? Oh no. Leave. Do everything that's good in my life. Jade. Look at how sweet baby Jade looks. Without you. You know, sun in my sky. Love in my heart. Love. And I would do. Lost you. Take us there, Casey. What do I give without you? Wait a second. That was John Roxy foreshadowing. Roxy fulfills the role of Nick Cage's estranged wife in Con Air, according to that. Here comes the guitar solo. So, I should... I'm gonna turn... Just... Oh, Mullet John! Mullet John! Nick Cage. Oh. Oh, I love this. This is great. But you know, so with John playing the role of Nick Cage, John plays the role of Nick Cage, and Roxy, or well, Mom Lalonde. I mean, they're the same because the portals somehow send them to both places. Baby Roxy there plays the role of Nick Cage's wife from that movie. And then Jade and Rose both play the daughter who gets the bunny. I'm counting that. That's John Roxy foreshadowing. John Roxy is my OTP. Don't at me. All right, I'm going to turn the background music back on. All right, cool. Roxy's actually not a Paradox clone by definition. Because she is not her own mom. I mean... I think the Alpha kids... Roxy, Dirk, Jake, and... Jane... are the ones that are Paradox clones. Because they wouldn't exist if it weren't for... She is the clone of B1 Mom. Well, no, because the portals send B1 Mom. Oh no, you did the thing. This thing. You misused the term. I mean, I'm so confused. She never gets cloned later and sent back in time. I mean, they are paradoxical clones. Like, they do... Like, there are some issues time travel-wise. I'm just so... My brain hurts. Is this Act 4? Someone who's later cloned and sent back in time to become themselves. So, yeah, it's... So, I guess, like, the Roxy we know is not, but Mom Lalonde is. B1 Mom is. Like, if that is how we're defining Paradox clone. Well, I think they're genetically identical. Roxy and B1 Mom. Aren't they? Because the 4 Alpha kids and the Guardians, and the B1 Guardians, have no discernible genetic origin. They are their own parents. Like, they are Paradox children. Their DNA is paradoxical. The fact that it exists at all. Well, yeah. Because, like, the Guardians are a simple loop. Just Paradox clone, simple loop, definition done. But there's an offshoot in which they are duplicated and sent to an alternate universe. But genetically speaking, the Alpha kids are not actually derived from the Alpha Guardians. Even though the B1 kids are technically genetically derived from recombinations of the Guardians. They are? Do we get more of this later? Because just what we got just now shows just a loop, a like self-to-self loop of Guardian to Guardian. Roxy is derived from B1 Mom. Yes. Yes, from B1 Mom. And B1 Mom is derived from B1 Mom. Like, they're not derived. I'm not sure how we mean derived, because that baby right there that John has, that John is holding, goes through a portal at Skya and goes to two places. She goes in one and out two. She goes both to the past to become Mom Lalonde in B1. Yeah, it's like Dave and Dave. It is. It's true. They're all... It's... Yeah, but that doesn't mean Dave Sprite is Dave's son. Like, he's another Dave. But to an extreme. Like... They're both bro and mom's son. Alright. So, Mom Roxy and bro Dirk were in separate jars. And they were not... We didn't recombine anything. At that. We had not remixed any genetics then. Those were just straight clones. Is a clone your child? Yes, Dave and Rose are mixes of Bro Dirk and Mom Roxy. I don't know. That comes down to just a linguistic thing. I'm not sure a clone is your child. Especially if they're raised in an alternate universe where you technically never existed. I guess it would be more accurate to call the Alpha Kids Scratch clones rather than Paradox clones. But I feel like if we just kind of broaden our definition of Paradox clones, we can still use it. Like, I don't think it's a misuse of the term. Yeah, they're kind of like siblings, but it's a bit different because it's literally Dave from the future. Whatever. Let's close the curtain on Act 4. What time is it? Like 10 o'clock? Yeah, we'll totally get to page 2000 tonight. I'm assuming Roxy/Mom and Dave/Dave Sprite is the Daves have 13 years of shared experiences. That's true. Whereas Roxy is literally raised in a completely different universe. Like... We have about 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes. Of right now being that baby right there. Right up until they hit the portal. And they're split. That is the only shared experience they have. Which is basically that baby. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, mostly. Alright. Oh, psych, it'll be a few more pages? I just got psyched out. Oh, shoot. Dave's got blood on his hands. Is that just from cleaning up the... Is that just from cleaning up the dead Dave, or has something occurred? Actually. Alright, is it just me? I'm gonna turn my headphones down. I gotta turn these down. That music feels really loud for me. I feel like I'm shouting. Dave, what's it smell like? Dave. Dave, what's it smell like? What? Your blood. It's quiet for y'all? How do I... Do I need to bring my mic closer? How's this? Are we doing better? How am I doing? Might be coming through your head. Oh, the music? Yeah. I've made sure to, like, super turn down my headphones. Like, this is my headphones unedited. And then I just adjust a little slider down in OBS. way down, just to make sure it's never louder than me. But I can, like, the problem is I still get that full unedited thing unless I manually adjust how loud my whole headphone is with this. Like, it only changes what OBS captures. It does not change the actual volume coming out of my headphones. So it's kind of weird to find the balance for it. I thought you were talking about my voice, because some of my friends on Discord were saying my voice was quiet last stream. I'm just, I worry about my audio quality more than anything else. I could lower the total volume. I could go mess around with that. I'd have to turn my head all the way over here. Yeah. But no, it's easier just to do it. Just turn that down. I could also open, Windows just has like a volume mixer I could open, and I could just selectively turn down Discord so that yeah, I actually might do that. That's probably a better idea. Volume mixer, Discord. Yeah, we're gonna quiet down Discord so that the Homestuck will still be loud if and when we get, yeah. Hopefully this works out next time we run across the sound page. It might not be for a while. All right. How is my Terezi? Ugh. You've also reached the part where the amazing Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff animation released? What? Amazing Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff animation?
Dave, what's it smell like?
It's in the collection next to Comic 16. I will take a look.
Dave, what's it smell like?
What?
Your blood.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Also, volume warning? Volume warning. For the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff animation?
Dave, give it a little taste for me. Tell me what human blood tastes like. I've been so curious.
We'll look at it in a bit. How about when we reach 2000, we'll go look at the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff animation.
I've been so curious.
You're the annoying blind one, aren't you?
Yeah.
Dave told me about you.
God. Too many Daves. It's like this big asshole and cool guy party, yet someone forgot to invite all the cool guys. Wonk.
Man, I'm telling you, burns like that are unreal. Where do you even get a burn that's that sick?
I bet you can't wait to be a useless piece of shit all day and fall down all these burns.
No, you messed that up.
Dave, is this you?
My first Sony. Human child is Dave. The double class points. Oh, I love Terezi's just blind girl drawings. It's great. Did you try to draw shades on his face and miss? What's even the point? He's already wearing shades. Oh, what's up, Page of Rage? Nice to have you.
It's so perfect. That is so you.
This is moronic.
Dave, tell me what your blood smells like, or I'll make another one. And I know these hurt your feelings.
Terezi is a genius. I don't know what it smells like or tastes like, but I sure as hell know what it looks like. Like a fucking symphony on my retinas. Shit is beautiful. Like a little vermilion picnic on my hands. Every day I open my eyes, I find poetry in even the simplest things. Just one of those little joys in life you take for granted, you know? This miraculous gift of vision.
Dave, check it out. I figured it out. This has got to be you.
Kid Chameleon. For the Sega Mega Drive. I don't know what blood smells like, but it tastes like metal to me. I mean, I don't know. Like, yes, it does kind of have that coppery taste to it. Like, I'd be concerned if you'd tasted other people's blood, but you know, you do you. I kind of assumed your own blood, but thanks for specifying. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Because yeah, with the iron. I'm trying to think of how much actual blood I've smelled at once. And I can't describe it any other way of, like, it smells like blood. It just does. Because, like, I've never been, like, out hunting or anything and, like, stuck a pig. Like, my dad used to go boar hunting. And it's, like, I'm sure he had bled a pig at some point and has smelled all that blood and just not something I've smelled. Not a smell I've smelled. I've not smelled a whole bunch. I've smelled many smells, but copious amounts of blood is not a smell that I've smelled.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could give myself a hernia trying to be as big a douche as that guy. I could try, but it would wind up like a motorcycle stunt gone horribly wrong. My broken body would flip and tumble around like a rag doll.
Oh god, I can't breathe.
And yet, as much as that guy's the tooliest dude I could ever hope to meet, he and I would still get along famously because we can both see. Just him and me having a sea party. Like a couple of eagle-eyed bros peeping shit up into the wee hours.
Dave, can I come to your sea party?
I guess, but you'll have to be careful not to stumble around bumping into all the gorgeous masterpieces hanging around everywhere. God, so beautiful to look at with my perfect eyesight.
Can I lick the paintings?
Yeah, that's fine. Jade, get trolled by AT. Yo, it's Tavros time.
Jade, hi, is your robot nearby?
Oh man, my Jade is.
Where you can type because you're asleep? Oh, yes, it appears so. Okay, in that case, are you having a pleasant nap? I guess. I've been pretty busy here. I've had to stay asleep for a long time because John is supposed to wake up. Is supposed to wake up soon, but he just won't wake up. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be the one to wake him, but I don't know what to do. Huh? Oh, sorry. I was looking to see if I could see him be awake in the future, but I can't see his dreams or anything. Oh, well, thanks for trying anyway. But you will wake up soon, it looks like, so maybe that means you have success? I hope so. What am I doing when I wake up? Oh, goodness, there's so much going on, and there's a lot of trouble you're in. Oh, no. But what it comes down to is that you don't have much time anyway. This is your last day before you make the rift. And then I can't see what happens after that anymore. Which is okay with me because, to be honest, seeing your whole big, confusing future and past is kind of overwhelming. Yes, I know what you mean. It's so complicated, and I don't even know what I should be accomplishing. I think using these gadgets and things and my timeline advantages to play pranks on you. That sounds like it would be fun, but you guys never played any pranks on me. You were all just kind of mean. Sorry. I think the idiotic thing about trolling is if you use it to troll people, I think you're just as likely to get trolled yourself, and maybe even more badly, which I think is what is going on here, just between you and me. Well, I know I haven't trolled you guys, or not yet. No, but you sort of are. My friend is going crazy. He wants to talk to you. He left you a message a long time ago on your timeline to talk to him when your robot blows up. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. Does it really blow up, or was that another trick? I don't know. I can't see it blow up in your future. Not on screen. I mean, there are lots of explosions all the time. Anyway, too many explosions. You could ask me in the future? Okay. I will ask. Okay. You said yes, it did blow up, and you talked to him, and then you said he was actually a pretty nice guy, which I thought was weird. Is he not a nice guy? No, not really. Not, my Tavros. I just don't know what to do with Tavros other than the hesitancy. Not, not really. Well, maybe he, maybe he's just been through some rough times. Maybe we should give him the benefit of the doubt. Uh, for whatever it's worth, I think you're a pretty nice guy too. Okay, thank you. Also, you seem to be the only one who ever thinks to talk to me while I'm asleep. Why is that? Oh, I guess that it makes sense because you have a robot to let you say things that happen on Prospit. And I'm curious because the only time I ever had fun playing this game was when I was asleep. But now all our dream selves are dead. Oh, just this little tear. The little tear emote. Oh no! Dream selves can die? Yeah. I never knew it. I never knew that. Or even thought about it. I guess it makes sense though. Yeah. So enjoy your nap while it lasts. Bye. Oh, Tabra. Look at the dingus. Look at him. I love that sweet dingus. Oh, Tavros. I'm gonna just look at him reminiscing. Rose, get trolled by GA. Grim Auxiliatrix began trolling Tentacle Therapist. Wait, wasn't I doing like a brave accent, Scottish accent for Kanaya for some reason? Just because she's green? Hello again. Are we friends yet at this point in time? I would speculate if we are not by now, is probably not to be. Pardon? Furthermore, which Rose have you chosen to be this time? The stupid Rose or the smart Rose? I'm a little busy. It sounds like you're attempting to be the smart Rose this time. Please take note of the subtle scorn underlying the selection of the word attempting. Smart Rose should get a kick out of that. Smart Rose is all about subtle scorn, isn't she? That sounds about right. Whereas Dumb Rose doesn't capitalize letters even when discussing the proper name of human monsters in Earth cinema. I think you should establish a greater commitment to a single role-playing scenario. Honestly, I was looking forward to playing along and reading your Dumb Rose script for our next conversation, but it turned out there was a perfectly logical explanation for it all. Imagine my disappointment. Well, I imagine yours once you finally catch on. I suddenly don't understand anything. What are you talking about? About... Oh, I've done. I'd love to explain it in detail and cause some sort of time paradox, but you see, and this revelation may be as startling as any, I'm a little busy. I believe I understand. It was I who did something to provoke your scorn in a previous conversation, one which I have not had yet. Yes, that is definitely a conclusion you have just now drawn. The only thing left to do is ride out the next several conversations while you maintain that understanding, while I maintain the chilly facade you have grown to so enjoy from Smart Rose, which shouldn't be too difficult because, have I mentioned, I'm busy. Goodbye. Fine. Dave, keep getting trolled by GC. Dave, I finally got it. Oh, hell. I finally figured it out. Once and for all. This is you. Dave and Bro forever. Ballbros.jpg. Back to the Future, the pinball machine. Dave and Bro forever. Okay. That's pretty amazing. Oh god. It's just so perfect. Just a cool dude and his bro right there, adventuring through time and playing pinball in bro heaven together. Tell me that isn't so fucking perfect. Hey, speaking of which, where is my bro anyway? Haven't seen him at all since I got here. Dave's probably doesn't know.
You can see everything that goes on, right? Or like smell it or whatever. How does that even work? How do you use a computer and know what's going on? It doesn't make sense. My face doesn't make sense.
Dave, your face doesn't make. Damn it. Damn it. But actually, your face does make sense to my nose and my tongue.
Ew.
I'm sorry, Dave, that you will never experience the sensory banquet that I enjoy every day, that I ensconce myself in like a warm and comfy bathrobe made of flavor and melody.
Oh, okay. So the dumbest and most far-fetched explanation imaginable. Okay. Got it.
Anyway, I don't know where your bro is. As far as I can tell, you never see him again between now and the rift. Too bad he won't be around to bail you out again like he did when you entered.
Man, don't remind me about that. So embarrassing.
It's okay. I won't tell John about it. I know what you're worried about.
Okay, cool.
But look, you don't need to be upset about not having your bro to lean on anymore.
Who's upset? About time the dude gave me a little space.
Blah. Okay. You say whatever you say, but that's not the point. The point is, I will help you instead, Dave. Is that cool?
I guess.
I know everything that's going to happen to you. I can tell you before it happens, so you can be ready. And not have to go back in time and get killed all the time. And stand on a toilet looking at your own blood for 10 minutes.
Alright, so what's next?
First, you go through the gate. And when you go through, you will go to another place in your wild cherry lava land. And you will quickly meet some friendly crocodiles. They will try to eat you. But that is just their way of being friendly, so you shouldn't be scared.
Why would I be scared? Why would I be scared?
Dave, please. You're crying like a little boy. It is happening right here in front of my nose. Your tears taste delicious. Kind of like something you wouldn't know about. A troll delicacy called cotton candy.
We have cotton candy, dump ass. Shocked. Oh, we got descending. Let's turn off Discord for a second. Descend. We get to see Dave enter. I knew there was a flash for this. I knew I wasn't crazy earlier. Stinking bird. Knocking him down. Dave's on the meteor. Or bro's on the meteor. Sliced. Gets caught by bro's awesome hoverboard. Alright, so we got Dave fighting on top of his house. Is that Dave's first gate? Alright, so they're going to Skya. And we got Jack. Versus WV's army. Of like combined grunts. Oh jeez. Oh gosh. The humanity. Or the carapacian-anity. Oh jeez. So he just like destroy the big chest monsters. Like he's just that powerful. Oh yo, they just get zapped? Does the facility do that? Or did... I'm gonna assume it was the facility. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. So using... Because of... Yes, we got Jade and Dreambot doing things. Yo, why did they... Dude, they did not have to give the White Queen such a dump truck. Did y'all see that? What the... Why? Okay, and Jack is just wrecking Prospit. slicing the chain, of course, of course. Dropping a whole moon on Skya. Oh. Oh, bro gets to call him out on a giant turntable. Sure. Where did we get it? Is that the turntable, the scratch device? So bro initiated the scratch at first. Oh. Oh. That was an interruption. So Jack essentially bypasses the Skya defense like grid, doesn't he? By just dropping Prospit's moon along with John and Jade down to Skya. Jade just gets Dream Jade just gets obliterated, as well as the Dream Bot explode. Okay, yeah. Oh no, that's real Jade's room. Prospit's moon was too big. Oh, it was too big to get deflected. Well, no, because with the whole like Prospit and moon, like the eclipses, where it literally dips into Skya's clouds, and they get the cloud visions. I just kind of thought it was past the point where the barrier would have been. S descend. That's the end of Act 4, right? Yeah. Like that's what I thought it was. But yeah, you're probably right. A moon is pretty much a lot bigger than a meteor. So yeah. Day 413. So this is actually the end of Act 4, right? The big flash? Yes. Unlocked album, Homestuck Volume 5. Cool. End of Act 4. It's only 10:30. I don't think we gotta call it a night yet. Let's turn the background back on. Ooh, yo, we got another game fact. Start of Act 5. Rose Egress. This is my final entry. My co-players and I have made every earnest attempt, with occasional relapse, to play this game the right way. I have been meticulous in documenting the process to help our peers and successors through the trials should we fail. In my hubris, I believed these classes were regulated to the earthbound, but in even this quaint supposition I was in error. Our otherworldly antagonists have assured us of our inevitable failure repeatedly, while the gods whisper corroboration in my sleep. I believe them now. Relegated? We're relegated to the... Are you trying to correct my pronunciation by just spelling the word again? I believe these classes were relegated. Relegated? Am I saying it wrong? What the... What? Yeah, no, relegated. I might have slipped up when I said it, when I read it the first time. Relegated to the earthbound, but yeah, I believe them now. Yep. I just blew up my first gate. I'm not sure why I did it, really. I am not playing by the rules anymore. I will fly around this candy-coated rock and comb the white sand until I find answers. No one can tell me our fate can't be repaired. We've come too far. I jumped out of the way of a burning fucking tree, for God's sake. I have used a spell to rip this walkthrough from Earth's decaying network, and sealed it in one of the servers floating in the furthest ring. The gods may disperse the signal throughout the cosmos as they wish. Perhaps it will be of use to past or future species who, like us, have been ensnared by Skya's malevolent tendrils. In case it wasn't clear, magic is real. Pardon my egress. You're on your own now. Rosalind. Sparkle, sparkle. Oh. It just rips apart. We got these guys. Little Durst box.
Hours in the future, but probably a few more than you expected. Okay, so we got some wrecked buildings in the sand. We got the war-weary vagabond. The war-weary calls another broken planet home, another cloth his garb. Land and rags fit for a wayward. A villain becomes a vagabond. So yeah, yep. Exiles. The recent past is recalled. Yikes. An accursed mascot is located among fallen brethren, its visage reviled. Visage? Rips. And the blankie, the ghost blankie. Or is it a sheet? I think it's a blanket. A rag of souls drifts from the heavens, its owner a mystery. Oh no. Jade. John. Does he just take the ring? A boy finds a dead friend. Her ring recovered. The boy sees himself in a cloud, his destination revealed. Hours in the future. Again, I don't even know how many. We've got exiles. It is bed sheets? It's sheets? Okay. Sheets. So she wrapped herself up in a mistress becomes a mendicant. The recent past is recalled. Gee. Oh, she took this. She took out hearts, boxcars. A communication device is borrowed. A rendezvous arranged. The slayer is summoned. The collateral presented. Dude, she lanky. She long. Snaps. And roll the droll. The droll is beckoned. The bargain honored. Then there's John. The boy finds the castle. His courier's path crossed. Oof. She just take this shit. I'm done with this. Look at her. She's just done. The mail is delivered. An obligation satisfied. The package is opened. Letters are read. John. Oh, I get a Jake voice. John, from what I hear tell, you've been through a bit of an adventure by the time you're reading this. That is so great. I love adventure, and I would bet my bottom boonbuck you do too. I think we are birds of a feather, John. I am pretty eager to meet you. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned, we are going to meet someday. I hear you like movies. Is that right, John? I love movies too. Have you ever seen Weekend at Bernie's? So friggin' hilarious. It's hard to talk to Jade about movies because she doesn't really know about movies, but I'm sure you know that. Boring. Just kidding, Jade. You know I love you too. And I think you're a blast. Okay, speaking of Jade, we spent quite a long time working on this present for you. It was a big team effort. Okay, I had to do quite a lot of arm twisting to get her to go along with helping me make such an oddball present for you, and so well in advance. But I had my arm sort of twisted myself to get this going in the first place. But then she came around to the idea because she can see the future. Pretty amazing if you ask me. It'll all be clear later. Gadzooks, with all this arm twisting, I've been getting a good workout. We should wrestle when we meet, John. I love to wrestle, but I don't get a chance to wrestle with anyone that much. Do you like to get into fisticuffs, Johns, scrums, and whatnot? Me too. Anyway, you should listen to Jade from here on out, John, because she sure seems to know what's best for you. Whatever your adventure throws at you, I'm sure she'll. Oh, there's an apostrophe there that I missed. Whatever your adventure throws at you, I'm sure she'll tell you you can handle it. She believes in you. There is another page to this letter. This letter is from a different author. Heart. Whoa. Hey. Oh, kicking Christ in a dirty diaper. I almost forgot to mention what's in this box. Sorry this shit's so small. I mean, obviously it's small. Contents: Royal Derringer, Quills of a Kid. Oh wait. No, now we get this one. What was that? That other note. Whatever. Dear John, happy birthday. Even though it's super late and you probably went through a lot of trouble to get it, I really hope this present cheers you up. You looked so sad when you were reading my letter. Which is to say, the one you're reading now. I can explain. You see, when I go to sleep, in my dreams I wake up on the moon of a place called Prospect. By now, you must know about this place. I have lived there in my dreams most of my life, and I made so many friends there over the years. And you were there too, but you were asleep. The fact that you're awake now, I think, means all my friends are in trouble. You're awake because it is your job to help them. We will both help them. But, I know these things because while I was on the moon, whenever it passed through Skya, I could see lots of things in the clouds. The past, the future, stuff about our friends, and stuff about you. Now that you're awake and apparently at the center of Skya, what? Wow. You should be able to see stuff in the clouds too. Maybe you already have. About this present, my pen pal helped me work on it. He included a letter too. He's really funny and silly. I like him a lot, and I think you would too. It took a long time between the two of us, and sure, the present looks like a fun and completely ridiculous thing to get, but it is also really important. If you're getting it exactly when you need it most. Maybe that's hard to believe, but it's true. I saw it happen already. I don't see everything, John, and I definitely don't know everything that's going to happen. But when I do know something, I always try to do my best to help people in the future. When I'm supposed to, that is. You'll get the hang of it. John, I'm really looking forward to seeing you when you wake up. It's been nice playing with my Prospidian. Oh, that's a word. Playing with my Prospidian friends and all, but also kind of lonely knowing you were in the other tower sleeping and having lousy dreams. I'm not sure where I am when you are reading this, but I'm sure I'll make it down to where you are soon. Jeez, how did you get down there? Oh well, I'll find out. I can't wait to fly around the moon with you and show you all my favorite places. It'll be so much fun. Heart, Jade. Man, it's so sad. She's so like her letter to the tone is so happy. You shed that tear, John. Oh, a sword? Oh no, a jerk. A boy's grief is interrupted. His ring sought. Oh boy. Oh dear. She's got so many weapons. The toy has taken a new master. The tactician, a misstep. Check. Hours in the future. Oh, look, our authority regulator with his caution tape. Getting rid of the ridiculous ropes and things. A regulator becomes a renegade. The recent past is recalled. A temple is fled and soon revisited. A nearby laboratory is also revisited, its satellites dispatched. Dude, wake up. A sleeping boy is found, rumbling, ominous. Uh-oh. They launched it. John. The lab is in flight. Its exits inoperative. Another public servant makes a sacrifice. A citizen's safety secured. So Noir does not want to fight the bunny. He leaves, he retreats. A tyrant is retreating. A battleship landing. Poor dead Dream Jade. Oh, Dad and Mom just bye. That is Grandpa is sad too. Grandpa Hartley, Jade Hartley. A grandfather mourns. A family tradition honored. White Queen. A queen mourns. A kingdom bid farewell. Hours in the future. Her journey through the windswept must be walked alone. Her entourage bid farewell. A queen becomes a questant. And then years. Oh, the egg is split. So she find egg. Egg. She got a key. Cracked egg. It's rewind time. A key is employed. A command station repaired. And she meets the mayor. Oh, what's he? He's got the ring. Serenity. Dash 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 dot 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 dash 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 dot dash dash. Let's. Where's the tools? Jailbreak part. Where's the decoding tools? There we go. The Morse decoder. 3 dashes, 4 dots, 2 dashes. Was that it? 3, 4, 2, 4. Yeah. Oh my. I should have left that open, shouldn't I? I should have left that open. I'm not smart. Whatever. We'll come back to it if we need it. Ooh, yeah. So we see it in the clouds. So John... There's another cloud. Ooh. More visions. So we see... And inside, a dark laboratory, unused for years. And inside, a fourth wall, pilfered from a bureaucrat's office and absconded with years ago. It isn't turned on, but if it was, this is almost certainly what we would see. Recap number 2. Oh my gosh. Has that much really happened since the last recap? I want to get to page 2000 tonight. We're reading this. Ugh. Okay. Mostly just because it's so much text. Recap 1, 1600. Oh, really? It's been like 300 pages? Alright, fine. Recap 2, 3. Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true. Recap 1 did have to cover a lot more stuff. This one's not as long. Lengths about the same. Really? No, I feel like this is shows how dense that thing. Yeah. And just I also I like how poorly drawn that is. Let's get started. Picking up from where we left off, I typed a really long recap. Then some other stuff happened. Gosh. Yes. All right. It's a good place to stop rather than 12 pages into Act 5. Yeah, the recap is probably a better place to stop, but it's only like 10:30. Oh no, it's like 11. It's almost... Okay, fine. We'll stop here. Maybe we'll do more tomorrow. I actually had the weekend off. Or I had today off, even though it's a Friday. I didn't have to work at the school because we had a weather makeup day that we didn't use. Yeah. All right. I typed a really long recap. Then some other stuff happened. GC, Gallows Calibrator, helped John fly to the second gate, which took him to Rose's world, Lolar. He crashed into Rose's room, where he found her asleep. He snooped through her room, and Dave tricked him into giving him the code to duplicate Rose's writing journals. John opened the package Rose made for his birthday. It contained the bunny from Con Air, the same one John got from Dave, but older and dirtier, and modified with Rose's knitting. She'd had the bunny since she was very young. John leaves Casey the salamander, Bubbles Viceroy von Salamancer, in the room. He briefly speaks with GA, Grim Auxiliatrix, from Rose's computer, and pretends to be Rose. She believes he is, triggering a convoluted series of conversations between her and the real Rose in both the past and future, in no particular order. GA help GA gets help with her computer from TA, Twin Armageddons, in time to see Rose at her computer having woken up. Before she woke up, Dream Rose was awake on Dursa's moon. She now had memories from her future self's doomed alternate reality. She flew to Dream Dave's tower and got his attention with a ball of yarn, causing real Dave to fall asleep. They had a dream dance party. Dream Rose threw Dream Cal out the window. Bro's rocket board caught Dream Cal. AR followed the board and Cal to a transportalizer on Durs, which led to a meteor lab in the Vale. Meanwhile, on Lolar, Rose's mom defeated a huge monster. The pony, Maplehoof, followed her and collected the Grist Windfall. Both Mom and the pony then transported to the Meteor Lab. John's dad found a clean hat John had deposited into a parcel Pixis. Dad followed Jade's grandpa, who was carrying John's Sasker book, into some ruins. They both transported to the Meteor Lab too. Meanwhile, John used the grist collected by the pony to make a normal-sized version of a giant hammer, Fear No Anvil, which Dave Sprite gave him the code for. Dream Rose saw John on Dream Dave's computer and woke up. She went out to see him, but he had already blasted off. He took the mutant kitten, Vodka Mutini, or Dr. Malgan Spengler, with him. John found the ruins that Mom and the pony went into. He went in and killed some powerful monsters with his new hammer. He transported to the Meteor Lab as well. In the lab, he found no one, except the pony. Some other stray items were on the floor. Dad's dirty hat, the Sasker book, Dream Cal. He found some apparatus used to genetically engineer foot soldiers and agents for the white and black armies from chess piece DNA. He also found a junior ectobiologist's lab suit, and a series of terminals much like those the exiles would find in the far future. He would use this apparatus to create paradox clones of himself, his friends, and their guardians. Meanwhile, AR surfed Bro's rocket board to a different meteor, containing the Frog Temple, that would later root itself near Jade's Island. Inside, he found the same time capsule she would find later. He also found some more lab equipment used for ectobiology. This equipment would soon be used... Wait. Oh, geez, I've lost my spot. This equipment would soon be used to create Becquerel. Becquerel? How do you guys pronounce Beck's full name? Becquerel? 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 What do y'all think on the name? Dog name, go. Try to phonetically spell it in chat since I can't hear you. A mutated combination. Becquerel? Becquerel? Becquerel. I like it. Becquerel. Becquerel. Becquerel, a mutated combination of the genes from an ordinary dog in the early 20th century and the DNA code in one of Rose's journals. AR hides in the lab when he hears one of Jack's henchmen, the Draconian Dignitary. DD is carrying Rose's duplicated journals, which he stole from Dave, and Dave's beta, which was used as a bookmark. He discards the beta into the time capsule. Millions of years later, from the capsule's perspective, Jade would retrieve that beta and use it to connect with Dave, allowing him to enter the medium. Or I guess Becquerel? Where were we? I can't really do the Y mouth. Becquerel. Like squirrel? Becquerel? I don't know. Dave created the journal duplicates after an extensive alchemy binge. Rose, too, had a similar alchemy session, and both kids upgraded their weapons and gear. Rose made a pair of needle wands, crossed with her grimoire, and took up the art of dark magic. She used this magic to burn her journal, thus destroying the genetic code. She was advised to do so by the gods of the Furthest Ring, whom she was now able to communicate with in her dreams. The gods live far beyond the Vale, and advise the children of the Moon of Durs, and serve as the counterpart to the role Skya plays for the children of Prospet's Moon. They deemed the code which would inevitably be used to create Becquerel. Emphasis on the Becquerel. I don't know. I'm going to say it how I say it. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Trying to phonetically spell things is an absolute nightmare. They created Baccarel to be too dangerous, or to be dangerous. Dave decided to destroy his copy too, but when he went back to his room, he discovered they were stolen. He also found his own dead body, which apparently was him from the very near future attempting to go back in time and stop the thief, DD. Dave decided not to attempt any more time travel and disposed of the body. GC, Gallus Calibrator, discussed the matter with him and pledged to help him by telling him his future along the way, so that he would not have to face the death of more future selves, or suffer the sort of embarrassment he went through while entering the medium. Previously unseen, the way Dave entered the medium was as follows. A large meteor was bearing down on his city. Dave climbed the radio tower on top of his building with his broken sword in hand to reach the nest built by the crow sprite. The sprite guarded the egg, which, unknown to Dave, simply needed time to hatch before he could enter. The sprite pecked his head, and he fell. He was saved by Bro's rocket board. Meanwhile, Bro was on top of the meteor, riding it as it descended. He used his sword to chop it in half, splitting it into 2 pieces, diverting the initial impact from their building to 2 separate impact sites. He thus bought a little more time for the egg to hatch, which it did, just before their location was consumed by the blasts. On Prospect's moon, PM prepared to depart from the battlefield to the center of Skya. Or the battlefield at the center of Skya, my bad. For the battlefield at the center of Skya, to seek the king's counsel on what to do with the queen's ring. She was tailed by another of Noir's lackeys, the courtyard droll. CD picked her pocket and stole the ring. PM departed via shuttle to Skya. Dream Jade then clobbered CD and recovered the ring. She tried it on, but its power had no effect on humans. Later, the courtyard droll would travel to the battlefield and continue tailing PM. He's very good. Club's Deuce, at your service. The battlefield is a planet at the center of Skya. It undergoes a transformation with each player that enters the medium, and each new prototyped kernel introduced. It starts as a simple 3x3 chessboard with 2 kings in perpetual stalemate. It expands to a larger board with more exotic collection of pieces with the first player entering. Then it become a much larger cube with the second player, and then an even larger sphere with oceans, trees, mountains, and pastures with the third. It presumably will transform again with the fourth. Did the S-Grub battlefield go through more transformations, or were there like smaller increments for all 12 of them? What do you think? Please, your opinions in chat, if you would. Is it just... Did Page of Rage leave? Page of Rage is gone. Dang. The armies of the Black and White Kingdoms duel there. Soldiers are airlifted from meteor facilities in the Vale to supply the manpower. Enormous, mutant, chest-like monsters stalk the landscape. The 2 kings command their armies from the field. They each have a scepter that serves a similar purpose to the queen's rings. When activated, a scepter causes a king to be giant and bear the properties of all the prototypings. A king is able to deactivate the scepter to hand it off to another, so that they will not be affected in that way. When the Black King captures the White King's scepter, the reckoning begins. The reckoning sends all the meteors in the Vale towards Skya, in stages. First the small ones, then gradually the bigger ones, over a 24-hour period. There was a war-weary villain on the battlefield, who was a simple farmer and was tired of the conflict. WV united a band of soldiers from both armies to lead a rebellion against the Black King. Before they could attack the king, Jack Noir, now empowered by the Black Queen's ring, intercepted the coup. He destroyed the king's scepter and killed the king. Oh, I'd say further forms, just for the gag of the battlefield has evolved again. Its new shape is, once again, incomprehensible to the mortal mind. It's cool, you get to see it firsthand because you would never be able to describe it to someone who hadn't. It gets even more crazy. Yes, love it. Where do we go? intercepted the coup. He destroyed the king's scepter and killed the king. Jack then killed the entire rebellion army, sparing only WV? Perhaps to leave a survivor to tell the story, or perhaps out of respect for a fellow mutineer. We only get to see the trolls looking at it. Yeah, that is funny. I never get to see these supposed further form. This isn't even my final form! Only he knows. Meanwhile, PM met with the White King. He disabled his scepter and gave it to her along with his crown. PM now had the crowns of the White King and Queen and the White Scepter, but discovered she had misplaced the White Queen's ring. Jack's muscle, the hegemonic brute, had been tailing the White King. HB then followed PM and attacked her. She dropped the scepter off a cliff. She would regroup and chop off HB's head with the Regisword Jack gave her to kill the White Monarchs. CD, who had been tailing both of them, recovered the White Scepter and delivered it to Jack. Jack used it to initiate the reckoning and would proceed to go on a more extensive rampage, devastating the battlefield and Prospect. Back in the Meteor Lab, John began the ectobiology session, which appeared to have been prepared for him in advance by the Guardians who had just been there. The 4 meteors were all locked onto the kids' guardians at certain points in time, each on the day of one of the kids' birth. Kids' births. On Jade's birthday, Nana was locked onto in John's neighborhood by the Betty Crocker factory. The meteor carrying baby Jade crashed into the factory and destroyed it. Her grandpa, the owner of that factory, would adopt her. John's dad witnessed and would spend years investigating. On Dave's birthday, Grandpa was locked onto while he was investigating. Was locked onto while he was on his yacht, pioneering the island for the first time. He was sailing with baby Jade. Overhead, there was a meteor carrying baby Dave, which would crash into Bro's favorite record shop. On Rose's birthday, Bro was locked onto as he stood over the crater where he would find baby Dave. He would give him a tiny pair of pointy shades. Overhead, there was a meteor carrying baby Rose, which would land in a lake and destroy it. Rose's mom would retrieve and adopt her. Months later, on John's birthday, Mom would bring Rose to John's neighborhood to investigate the destruction of Grandpa's factory and related stellar phenomena. The target was locked on her. Dad came out of the family joke shop to greet her, leaving Nana inside. The meteor carrying baby John destroyed the shop, killing Nana. Dad would adopt John, and Rose's mom disappeared. Dad retrieved her scarf and filed the clue away for his ongoing investigation. John attempted, unwittingly, to purify all 4 guardians, but since removing them from those moments would have caused a paradox, he instead paradoxified their ghost slime imprints. This slime collected into 2 pairs of containers. One pair collected Nana and Grandpa's slime. Oh, there's no D, it's just Grandpa, not Grandpa. Yeah, Nana and Grandpa. One pair collected Nana and Grandpa's slime. The other pair collected Mom and Bro's. The device then created baby paradox clones of the 4 guardians. These babies would then later be sent back in time to become those guardians themselves. Once those 4 clones were created, another sequence activated. It didn't just activate on its own. The good Dr. Meowgan Spengler activated the other process. Thank you very much, Andrew Huss. Like we just read that. The 2 pairs of slime tubes emptied into vats below. The Nana Grandpa slime mixed together and separately, the Mom Bro slime mixed together as well. An additional 4 paradox clones were created from those 2 slime concoctions. Baby John and Jade were created from the Nana Grandpa slime. Baby Rose and Dave were created from the Mom Bro slime. These 4 babies would also go back in time to become the 4 kids, via meteors, in the sequence and on the dates listed above. Okay, so here Huss describes the 4 beta kids, John, Jade, Rose, Dave. He describes them as paradox clones too, even though they weren't cloned from themselves and sent back in time to be themselves. Whatever, I don't know. Paradox clone is a very ill-defined term. Don't like it.
All 8 babies would each ride their own meteors, launched from the Veil after Jack started the reckoning. And into. Yeah, it's just. Whatever. Yeah. After Jack started the reckoning. And into the defense portals deployed by Skya to protect itself. The defense portals each led to Earth. As Skya defends itself, in a way, by sacrificing Earth, while most meteors are sent to the time period. While most meteors are sent to the time period when the begin. 1 second. Oh. Okay. While most meteors are sent to the time period when the kids begin the game, many lead to a number of different time periods, some 13 years prior to the game, used by the kids, some nearly a century prior, used by Nana and Grandpa, some millions of years ago, used eventually by the Frog Temple meteor, and some to the far future, used by the Exiles. And all 8 of them would travel with an object or animal. John with his Sassacre book, which would become the much older-looking family heirloom stored in Dad's safe, with Nana Sprite's inscription to John on it. Rose with the dirty bunny Dave gave John for his birthday. Dave with the pony Maplehoof. Jade with the knit-repaired bunny Rose got John for his birthday, which Rose cherished since birth. Nana with Dad's dirty hat. Mom with Mutini, Meowgan. Grandpa with 2 flintlock pistols, which older Grandpa left behind for him in the lab, which would eventually both wind up in Jade's room. And Bro with Dream Cal, which would later be fitted with a new personalized shirt and would become Real Cal, the same doll that would haunt Dave's waking life and consequently his dreams. So, does Durst create Dream Cal to be in Dave's dream house with Dave? Because, Dave has Real Cal. And eventually that same Skya created Dream Cal to match Real Cal in Dave's rooms. And then Dream Cal got sent to Earth with the... I think Cal also might be a Paradox clone, is what I'm saying here. Yikes. Yeah. It's like consequently history. Because he uses the word consequently there is what kind of fuels that. But all of these babies and their items would automatically be transported to their own meteors at the onset of the reckoning. John made absolutely sure to give Baby Rose and Jade their bunnies when he saw an opportunity to reenact a scene from one of his favorite movies, much to the dismay of the watching CG, carcinogeneticist. While AR was in the Frog Temple lab, he would see more of young Nana and Grandpa's story. On April 13th, 1910, exactly 99 years prior to John's birth, baby Nana's meteor destroyed a bakery owned by Betty Crocker. Nana was adopted by Crocker's husband, Colonel Sassacre, and taken to live in his mansion. 8 days later, Grandpa's meteor destroyed the doghouse belonging to Sassacre's dog, Hallie. Hallie was elsewhere and was unharmed. When Sassacre and Nana went to investigate the crater, Sassacre was shot and killed accidentally with one of Grandpa's pistols. Hallie then showed up, who young Grandpa would tend to pronounce Harley due to his speech impediment. Does Jake have a speech impediment? Or just Grandpa? Should I start slurring his L's a little bit into R's? Harley. Hallie. No, I'm just going to go for the energetic Brit boy. And would largely serve as their guardian for the next 13 years, with presumably some parental influence from the wicked Crocker. On his 13th birthday, Grandpa would run off with Harley to find adventure. Nana would stay behind,
contend with the Batter Witch, and master the art of baking, as well as take up her deceased grandfather's tradition of pranksterism. Harley was locked onto by the Frog Temple's equipment, the dog. DD activated a device and produced a paradox clone of Harley combined with the controversial Meow code to create Puppy Beck. The spectacle terrified AR, leaving a major impression on him. He would recognize Beck's silhouette carved on WV's pumpkin years later. The pumpkin commanded his fear and caused him to surrender. Meanwhile, the grown-up versions of Mom and Dad were on board a flying battleship belonging to Grandpa, who piloted it towards Skya. Dad gave Mom her long-discarded scarf from the day he lost his mother and found his son. The two guardians traded gestures? Because the game is gestures. It's on my shelf. And it's spelled differently. So gesture. I hate that word. I've struggled with this word for years because I didn't know it was a real word. I only knew it as the name of the game. It is a J. Gestures of affection. I don't know. Jade remained asleep through it all, trying to stay on the moon as long as she could until she figured out how to wake John up. She talked about this with AT, Adios Toreador, who revealed he preferred his dream life on Prospect more than any aspect of the game and regretted all the trolls' dream selves were now dead. Jade expressed surprise at the notion of dream self mortality. G pronounced J. Yeah, it's just, I've had trouble with that word for 23 years. Surprised at the notion of dream self mortality. After Jack used the full power of the ring to devastate the battlefield and the two armies, he turned his attention on Prospect, inflicting severe damage the same way. He then cut the chain connecting the moon gesture. Yeah. All right. I'm exaggerating my issues for comedic effect. It's all right. Yeah. He then cut the chain connecting the moon to Prospect, sending the moon plummeting through the atmosphere of Skya and breaking up in the process. Dream John, still asleep, fell out of his tower and drifted down ahead of the falling moon. Dream Jade flew to intercept him and spent a moment attempting to wake him before the moon's collision was imminent. At the last minute, she flung Dream John out of the blast radius, but was not able to clear the blast herself. She died. The blast left a massive crater on the battlefield. This was the first thing Dream John saw when he woke up. The death of Dream Jade caused her Dreambot to malfunction and explode, destroying her room. Still asleep, Jade fell from her tower as Beck watched from a distance, and an enormous meteor loomed overhead. Elsewhere, on Dave's world, Lohack, Bro dueled with Jack briefly. It was a stalemate, until Bro plunged his sword into a large, floating record platform they were fighting on. This released a mysterious energy from the cracks. Bro escaped. Rose completed her final GameFAQs walkthrough entry and used magic to seal it in a server in the furthest ring, to be accessed by players in worlds beyond their own. She had destroyed her first gate on a whim and resolved to search for answers to remedy the hopelessness of their doomed session. Meanwhile, Dave entered his first gate, riding into it with his awesome skateboard, Unreal Air. The four exiles arrived on Earth years after its apocalypse, but years before they found their respective command stations. WV wrapped himself in John's dream blanket, which became dirty and unrecognizable over time. He found it along with a Jack-like doll on the battlefield, which formerly sat in Dream John's bedroom, haunting his dreams. WV ripped it apart. PM wrapped herself in a Prospect banner, which too faded in time. AR wrapped himself in caution tape, using his own supply, as well as some fresh rolls he was lucky enough to discover near the ruined Frog Temple in one of Grandpa's old crates. This was after he escaped that same temple in the Medium and found the Meteor lab in which John slept. That Meteor then took off for Skya via the Reckoning. AR taped John to the rocket board and cast him off before the Meteor went through a portal.
It was really loud.
Thus, oh shoot. That Discord has just been... Whoops. Sorry, stream. I've been I've been mooching off of a Discord playlist. Yeah. Whoops. So it looks like they're chatting up in there. So I will take a minute. Or we're just gonna read this. Grandpa's old crates, temple taped into the rockboard and cast him off before the meteor went through the portal. Thus, AR became exiled. The White Queen exiled herself with an entourage on a royal cruiser and landed on Earth. She departed on a solo quest, leaving her people to their own devices. She discovered her command station, a large egg, broken in two pieces, in the two large craters made by Dave's split meteors. Dude, that's so good. Yo. Why? Why you gotta be like that, ST? What's good? She discovered a large egg in two pieces, two craters made by Dave's split meteor. She used a key to repair the egg station and teleported to the present location of the exiles, the Frog Ruins at night, 413 years after the apocalypse of Earth. Yeah, because I don't have actual time. I mean, I allowed the word gay, but the thing is, you're using it, you in specific are currently using it as a derogatory term. So I'm going to deny that particular message. It actually flagged it for the words my ass. So yeah, you can just heck off, Automot. Heck off. Not on my good Christian Minecraft server. All right. On the battlefield, Dream John took Dream Jade's body. He was sad and confused and took her ring as a keepsake. Later, Grandpa would land his ship on the battlefield, find and recover her body, and use it to create a stuffed trophy as a memorial, as per the proud family tradition. He would depart in his ship and leave Mom and Dad behind. You see, heck off, Riga. Dude, just chill out. Lamau. Dude, why? Why are you doing this to my chat? Gabe. What? I'm just gonna read. I'm gonna ignore you now. He would depart in his ship and leave Mom and Dad behind. John saw a vision in a cloud directing him where to go. It was a castle where he would rendezvous with PM. PM, after beheading HB, used his radio to summon Jack. He came, and she traded the 2 white crowns for the green box, Jade's present to John. He appeared pleased to uphold the bargain, either out of the misunderstanding that he was still under control of its contents. He was still in control of its contents? Or out of respect for PM's tenacity and brutality in pursuing the prize. Only he knows. Dude, why? PM delivered the package to John and then left, not thrilled by the trials caused by its recovery. John opened it to find letters from Jade and her pen pal, who helped her make the present for him over several years. The gift was the pen pal's idea, and he himself was coerced into the plan by someone else. The box contained a modified version of the stuffed bunny John had received for his birthday twice already. It was the same knit-repaired bunny John sent back in time with baby Jade, and she presumably kept it as a cherished childhood toy ever since. It was now upgraded with mechanical parts, fully mobile and autonomous. It was also included with 4 powerful weapons: the Royal Derringer, a broken sword, the Quills of Echidna, wands, Ahab's crosshairs, a rifle, and the Warhammer of Zillihu, a hammer. Duh. 2-person friend raid. Yo, what's up, C? Yeah, you woke up, and I'd been using funky beats as background music for my stream.
So suddenly your voice was on my stream, and I'm like, oh, I should probably stop that. I should probably turn that off. And so I deafened myself in the Discord so that I couldn't hear y'all talking on there. Yeah. Y'all what? We can't. Well, no, I'm not listening to it anymore. I turned it off. Is it not going anymore? Is it? Hi guys. If I unmute myself in the Discord, it's gonna get whack. Say something. You're gonna be in the stream. Like I've undeafened myself in the Discord specifically so that you can see how much of a freaking mess this would be. Literally say anything. Like stream's almost over. Like this is the last page I was reading tonight. You guys hopped on a little late.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear
for some reason.
Well, yeah, it's because I've muted myself in the Discord.
Oh wait, you're muted still.
Yes, I've still muted myself. I just undeafened, so that the music is.
I mean,
But yeah. So, yeah. In an attempt to not, have things be awful, I will actually disconnect from Funky Beats. Well, I'll deafen myself. Just I can't hear you. He talks anyways. Yeah, it's a mess. So yeah. Don't care. No. The stream doesn't get to hear you. I've got 2 paragraphs left, and then I'm ending stream for the night. End of Act 5 is a really good spot to just call it a night. Yeah. I mean, that's because my computer has to record the video and the audio and encode and send it off to Twitch. Like 4? Bunny-sized. Each was shrunken down to be bunny-sized. As John mourned Jade's death over her letter, he was interrupted by Jack's sword. Jack was after the ring, but the heavily armed mechanical bunny intervened, recognizing John as its new master. Jack, knowing the danger of the toy, was forced to retreat. Finally, end of Act 4, start of Act 5. Thank you, Riri. Knowing the danger of the toy, was forced to retreat. Finally, a cloud showed John that what he was supposed to do with the ring. It was held by a mysterious black hand. In the far future on Earth, the exiles gathered around Exile Town. White Queen asked WV for something. WV revealed he had been storing the complete, quad-prototyped ring in the sleeve of his trusty knife. It had been there all along, much to Serenity's surprise. And then I started working on Act 5. And that's where we're calling stream. I'm going to hang out on Discord with my other friends. I don't think I have the authority to invite anybody to that particular Discord channel. Did I? Oh, I forgot. We do want to go look at the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff movie. Is it in the collection? Can I go find it after I save? Because we are on 1989. Save. Next to comic 16. Yes, we just got to Trolls. All right, so if I go to home. Gosh. Gotta select from the list.
origin story? Volume 1. Oh yeah, I should probably. Yeah, we're gonna dork with that, at least for y'all. Sweet Road Hell. How do I? Oh, here we go. So, movie 1. Holy shit! Where a movie? Dear, I. Jerome. Dot shockwave flash. How long is this? Okay. Is that Tony Hawk? Humor blogs. Yep, all three at once. Like what? Why can't it be all of them, Gabe? Gaby. All right. Well, that was Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff the movie. Control delete its ripoffs. It's just, yeah, oh yeah, bitches, become a baby. Yeah, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff is fun. All right. The origin is in the collection. Yeah, the origin story. It is not in the collection. It's kicked me to some other Google Chrome page. If I scrunch it a little. Okay, what if I did not mean to do that. I didn't mean to scrunch the Homestuck. The move. All right, so I should be able to just switch what I'm capturing to Chrome. That's in the asset pack. Some things have to be viewed. That's strange. Properties, window. Yeah, we can just swap. Okay, so one day I decided to go back and see how Penny Arcade started since the particular comic I read. So I got my Gabe's art improving. Lewis, dude, at least some grenade. Come on, dude, you're ridiculous. What? What? I'm so confused by that. What is this? I'm not reading this entire forum stuff. Yeah, no, I'm not reading this whole thread. This is a huge thread. Oh my god. Oh, wait. We got some. I saw our boys. Can I share one of my comics with everybody? This one is Andrew Hussey. So wait, can I just Command F for SO? Or Control F? Nice work. You're practicing. You're sure to improve by leaps and bounds. Can I share one of my comics with everybody? Where are your pants? Because I was paying your mom for a minute there. Now you're... Oh, gosh.
What the Wait, he said something. I appreciate it more like a nightmare. I'm glad it's over. Oh, over. This time. Can everyone at least keep their pants on this time? Okay. I told you about the stairs. This time. He does the stream homecoming so well. Can your next MS Paint adventure be about two guys who love to play video games? Oh, here we go. So just how high do you have to get before coming up with those? You figured me out. I took for broke. With jelly on this hot god. Just how high do you even have to be just to do something like that? Dave wrote Homestuck. Yes, Dave writes Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. It belongs to Dave. He also used that, like, the code for a copy of his brain combined with a camera and some Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff stuff to make a camera that automatically makes Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff stuff that he made. That Dave would make. Which it's great. Homestuck HC, it's all drawn by Headcanon, it's all drawn by Bro. Dave is actually a great artist. No. The problem is that Haas is literally a character. Gonna have to keep that word on the banned list. Sorry, Gabe. Just darn it, Gabe. We see Dave. Yeah, Dave literally is drawing actual, like, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. He just does it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Dear Lord S. Oh, thank you. I laughed so hard with that first comment. Tears to my eyes. Should have. Your work is like a fucking onion. Oh, so I love you. Oh my gosh. What the? Oh gosh. That's a big post. Not reading that. Does SO respond again? Do we have an actual SO post? Nope. No more. This is a thread where Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff originated. Andrew has to use the user called SO. You can identify the flashing avatar. You can mostly skim the details up until he shows up around halfway through the thread. This all went down in March 2009 when Andrew was best known for his stick figure comics like Problem Sleuth. This means Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff actually predates Homestuck, which began April of this year. Leave your headcanon alone. Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff is older than Homestuck. Homestuck was drawn by Sweet Bro. All right, we're closing that. Done with that. Here's the collection. I think we're gonna call stream. It is 11:30. Thanks for joining, everybody. Thanks for stopping in, Discord friends. Glad to have you. Always a pleasure. I am so glad to have had you along on this. Like, literally every time I bother picking up the Homestuck stream to read some more, I really do appreciate having you along. Yeah, best to close that. You don't want people to know you read Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. You know, one of these days, after we're done with Homestuck, we could read the epilogues and Homestuck 2. Or instead of doing that, we could just read Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff, the whole thing. Sweet Bro and Hell Jeff and cool and new webcomic. Cool and new webcomic is a must. Isn't that Caliborn's comic? Definitely better than Homestuck 2. I don't know. People reference the Homestuck 2 stuff
like all the time, and I kind of want to be part of that. I don't know. Do ass stuck? No. That does not sound like a thing that I'm going to do. Cool, a new webcomic is supposedly resuming soon. That's neat. I kind of want to do Lucid Stuck and Homestuck Who is Dead in the Water. Like, I might troll around on MSPFA a little bit, looking for some stuff. It's in the same art style. It has nothing to do with Homestuck. I found it really neat. It dealt a lot more with like dream stuff, and like it's more horror-y, I guess. I don't know. It's cool. I really enjoyed it. It doesn't have any S-burb in it. Aggressive eye emoji. How about nah? Yeah. So there's Lucid Stuck. There's a couple other ones that I definitely enjoyed. It's my time. What? A good adventure comic doesn't need S-burb. MSPF. I might. You did ask me to do a read. You asked me to do a read through, didn't you? The best ones typically aren't Homestuck at all. Okay, there are a few that had Homestuck that I really did enjoy. There's that one where like Lil Cal is just like an actual person and Dave is a puppet, and like it's got a bunch of the Guardians and stuff as like more as actual characters. I think Maplehoof's in it maybe, and like Beck is like a person. Yeah, but I have just under 30 pages. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right, friend. You'd have enough time to do that one and more. I might have a stream where I just read some short ones. We just get through them. But nearly every terrible one is very Yeah, a lot of the worst ones are like super just trying to be Homestuck again. There was one I actually rather liked. I think there were there two. Yeah. It wasn't just one. I didn't read a ton of fan comics. I read like the longest ones because I was the kind of guy who would just stay up all night reading page after page, just consuming content at an absolutely ridiculous speed. Like back in like middle school and early high school. And so that's just kind of what I did. And so I found the long ones, the ones that would take me more than like one night to get through. Do, 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 do. Egg. Quotes. Yeah. I hope mine doesn't turn awful in Homestucky. I wouldn't say it's hard to do that. Like it should be fairly. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading through the Discord now. It's like stream is over. We're just hanging out at this point. I should just, I don't know. I feel like including Riri, but I think we're done with the things Riri is actually interested in. So I'm gonna stop streaming. I'll hop back on the Discord, on the voice chat. So yeah, see you in a sec. Riri, if you're still around, good night, my friend. Yeah. Lots of love, entirely platonically. Bye, friends.